Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of DudeWutPodcast. I'm your host, Harry D, and today I am joined by a very good friend of mine. Now, he hasn't been on the podcast in a real long time, and I thought it was about time we had him on. Everybody, it's Jack Shelton, aka Mr 7Thrty himself. How the hell you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. How are you?
I'm alright. I say I'm alright. I'm a little bit rough today. As I said in previous podcasts, we got another cat. We got another kitten, and I'm allergic to cats. Like, pretty bad. Well, I was gonna say pretty bad. Not really bad. I don't come out in hives or itchy or anything. I just get really sneezy and my eyes kind of swell up a little bit. But I woke up this morning and Kufu, which is the newest kitten, was just like all over my face. And yeah, I was struggling. So I've taken like a lot of, the Benadryls, the Pirites, like all of the pills you can take, basically. And I actually said to you earlier, I'm feeling a little bit like, I don't know, spaced from the Benadryl or something. It's a weird sensation. But I'm not sneezy anymore, so yeah, no, it's okay. But yeah, cat allergies, mad. Yeah. Apart from the allergies, this week, I haven't really done anything. It's one of those weeks where you just work. That's it. But it is, so we always record these on a Monday. It's a bank holiday Monday today, so we've got, we've had a nice long weekend. That's been pretty good. And just before I ask you what you've been up to this week, the last thing I'll mention before I forget is DudeWutPodcast now has a TikTok account. And I can see you laughing at this, bro. It's because anything I have, I don't know anything about TikTok or that sort of new social media. So obviously you're the go-to guy, Mr. TikTok himself.
Not really, but okay.
But no, what it was is you saw some of the shorts that we were putting out on the YouTube, and you were like, dude, like this would make a killing on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I said in last week's gaming live stream that Tomo, the guy who I started this all with, he used to be a co-host. He left. He's basically rejoined the team, but as like the gaming guy, so he doesn't host anything with me, but he's on a lot of the live streams, and he's actually the one who does like 90% of all the shorts. So yeah, we're getting more involved in that, and they're on TikTok now. So yeah, DWP has a TikTok. Just search DudeWutPod, and you'll find us on there. What have you been up to this week then, bro?
Really the same as you. Not really much. I used to work Monday to Friday, but they've took my days off me, basically. So I'm now Monday and Friday, so I've been getting really bored in the week, because obviously there's nothing to do. But I did recently get a new car, which I'm actually really happy about. It's my first car. It's a Volkswagen Lupo.
Hang on, before I want to talk about your car, right? But just before we do, so what? You used to work Monday to Friday.
Yep.
And now you only work Mondays and Fridays.
That's correct. Yep. It's awful. I earn
that's pretty weird.
400 a month, I think, ish.
Oh, okay.
So it's not the best to live on, but.
Is this the job where the same place where you recently injured yourself?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, got to get out of there.
I still cannot feel my shin.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that looked pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it hurt.
For anyone listening, I had a message. I had a message off Jack, and I'm gonna refer to you as whatever I refer to you as. I've got a few nicknames for you: Jack, Shelley, 7Thrty. A few weeks ago, Shelley messaged me out of the blue, and he was like, "How do I sue my job?" Basically, and I was like, "What? What's going on?" And then he sent me a picture of his leg, which was like sliced down the middle, brown, blue, purple, mashed. Basically, you had a little bit of an accident in the workplace. Yeah, looked bad. So I mean, that's a slow recovery, then, is it?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't really hurt as much anymore, obviously, but yeah, it's very numb still.
Oh, bro.
Which isn't good considering it's been like, what, a month now?
Yeah.
For it to still be numb is kind of like worrying, but
yeah,
I guess it's just a bad bruise.
Yeah. Well, mate, it looked real bad. It did look real bad.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us about your car, man. You've gone out and bought a car
I
before you have passed your test. Ballsy move.
I mean, I've had a few people say something about that, but I'm like, I want to learn in that car, so I mean,
that's fair. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'll be taking the test in it because I've put a few things on it. They might be like, oh, this guy.
Well, you need you have to do a test in a car with dual controls, so you wouldn't be able to do that in that anyway.
Yeah. I think all my friends did it in their cars and have dual controls.
I'm pretty sure because the instructor needs to be able to slam the brakes if you're like driving straight into a person or something.
That's new. I've not actually heard that before. I know.
Well, I mean, I'll look into it. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that like that's the way it's always been.
Yeah,
you know,
my girlfriend did it in her car as well.
Really?
Yeah, she did it in her Fiat.
And there's not dual controls, like.
No. Same with a few of my mates. I swear they did. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm chatting bollocks then. Maybe that's what it used to be because
it probably did.
It definitely used to be like that at least. Yeah. Oh, well, that's decent then, actually, because my thing is I've got my driving test coming up in November, and I don't really want to do any lessons or anything like that because I've been sort of low key driving for quite a long time, and or learning to drive for a long time, and I was afraid that I would have to like block book sessions with an instructor just to use their vehicle to actually take the test.
No, I think you do actually have to have some amount of lessons before you can take a test, but
I know about that. I've done that, but that was years and years ago.
But yeah, you can. I'm pretty sure you can take it in whatever car you want.
Sweet. Okay, so what car have you got then, bro? What you got?
It is, like I said, a 2002 Volkswagen Lupo. It's actually nice. I am 1 month and 1 day older than it, I believe. So it was
really?
September the 27th, 2002. So. Yeah, it's nuts. It's in really good shape for what it is. And what's the mileage you reckon?
It looks brand new, bro.
What's the mileage you reckon on a car that's 20 years old? What would you say?
I don't know an exact number, but I would guess that it's high mileage.
Well, I've seen a few cars. Like my friend's got one from 2008, and it's got like 160k on it, which that's insane. It's a Saab, so
yeah,
it's kind of made for that sort of mileage. But no, it's only got 50k on it.
Really?
50k for a 20-year-old car.
That's surprising. Somebody must have used it to literally just like pop around the village or something,
Yeah. It's mad. It's in pretty good condition as well.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, 50,000 miles. The MOT issue is decent. It's okay. There's a few things what need doing. I've already done the cam belt and water pump. They've already been done.
Yeah.
The back box needs doing, but everything else is just works.
Sweet. Well, I know you've been putting a lot of time and sort of money and effort into it. You keep sending me pictures of it, like, I don't know, soaking wet on a drive with a rainbow in the background or something. Like you're obviously looking after it and proud of it, which is good. Fair play.
Yeah, I did recently tint the brake lights, which I think you saw. What did you think of that?
Yeah, look good, man. Yeah, I think it looks good.
You put like an angry emoji. I was like, oh no.
Because just because I think that was like day 4 of you posting nothing but your car in the group chat. So I did like a middle finger emoji.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, no, that was just for the lols kind of thing. No, it genuinely looks good, bro. As I said, have you even got your test booked? That's something I meant to ask you.
No, not my practical, no.
Okay.
I have got my theory. It's actually really close. It's on the 1st of September. So it's really close. It's next Thursday. Yeah. Well, this Thursday, actually. I've been proper...
Are you ready for it?
I have been proper gorming it out. I've been on the theory app for ages. On the theories, on the theory app, I'm getting 48s, 49s, and 50s, and it's out of 50, so it's not bad at all.
Oh,
it's every single one right. The pass mark, whatever it is 40. I think it's 43, is it? Yeah, 43.
Something like that. 44 or something, yeah.
Yeah. The hazard perception I'm doing decent at. I find the hazard perception not harder, but weirder than the actual theory test, though.
Yeah. I remember because I've done my theory test like so many times, bro. Like, and I remember, you know, it used to be like an actual camera mounted on the car, and what you're seeing is a real drive.
Yeah.
But now it's all like CG with like computer generated kids
CGI,
on bikes
some of
and
them
stuff.
aren't, yeah.
Well, in your test, it is CGI.
Oh, is it all CGIs?
It's all CGI. I did it. Like probably about a year ago now is when I did my my theory test, or less than that. But yeah, like what I found was I didn't stick to one website or something to do the practicing on. I did it on loads of different sites, and then I found that I breezed the test because I'd already done the questions before. Like, it was actually the same questions that were coming up in the practices that I were doing is what came up in the actual test. So usually what happens is I fail and then I pass it the second time, and that's happened like 4 times or something. But this time I just smashed it first try.
Nice.
But a lot of it's common sense, man. And, you know, if you've been a passenger, you've been exposing yourself to that sort of stuff. So
yeah.
I don't think you've got anything to worry about, bro.
The only thing I am worried about is the fact it's 8 a.m., which it's going to hurt. You have to get there like quarter of an hour early as well, so...
Yeah. Make sure you take all your stuff, take everything you need, don't forget anything. The amount of people I've seen turned away because, you know, they forgot this. One bloke forgot his postcode, and they wouldn't let him in.
How could you forget your postcode?
Yeah, I know.
I guess he was stressed.
But they turned him away. Like, yeah, it's savage. So just take everything you need and be ready for it.
What do you need? Like provisional.
When you book it, it'll say like, here's what you need to take. Basically, just have a little look at that. Yeah. Well, dude, I'd like hearing about your car and stuff, but I'm getting a little bit thirsty.
Oh, really?
How's about... Yeah, man, I'm getting thirsty. How's about we move on to everyone's favourite segment? It's What Are We Drinking?
What are we drinking?
All right, dude, so...
What do you have?
I can't... Well, I was going to say, I can't remember. The last episode you were on, it was before Christmas, wasn't it? Last year.
I think so.
And I've been meaning to have you back on and do something, you know. But actually, to be fair, this episode is a little bit last minute because I did actually have something else planned and it sort of all fell through and I had to be like, dude, are you available? Do you want to do a little, you know, just a little chat? Which is why this episode is just called A Chat with Jack Shelton, 7Thrty, because we're going to chat about your... we're going to do the entertainment news stuff like what we always do, but then we're going to have a bit of chat about your sort of music and how that's all going. But yeah, so I messaged you and I said, bro, get yourself a drink, you know, soft drink or you know, something, or an alcoholic drink, and you bought one of each.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you can go first on this. What are we drinking?
Well, I don't know what I'm drinking, to be honest. I can't understand a word on this can. It's like Helena Oranzada. Do you have any idea what that could be? I consider it because this is orange.
Mate, you sent me a picture of the can, and it's all in, you know, some other language.
And where it says originally smack on the can, which is making me laugh. I don't know what it is.
Smack.
Everything is foreign. I don't know what this is.
Well, do you remember? You know, me and you used to do this thing where we would sort of pool our money together. We would go down to the local B&M or Pound Stretch or whatever.
That was amazing.
Yeah, and we'd buy whatever random shit we could find. You know, 3 courses, like starter, main, dessert. Do you remember when we had those noodles that were called Sam Smack?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if maybe that's the same smack that goes into that.
Maybe
that energy drink. Or you know what I'm guessing it's an energy drink. It's in a 330ml can, but it's like one of the tall ones.
Anything about caffeine. Or if it did, I wouldn't be able to understand it anyway. So.
Okay, well you've got that, and you have a soft drink and you have a hard drink.
I don't know how you pronounce this, but this.
Which one do you want to? So no, that's called Duvel. That's I'm pretty sure it's Duvel.
Vel or L?
Duvel.
Vel.
Yes.
There is no V.
Is there not?
Oh wait, the U's and the V's are very similar. You can probably see. Yeah, so it is Duvel. It looks like Duel.
And it's a blonde. It's a Belgian blonde beer, which is something that me and series regular Callum Hamby absolutely love. We love that sort of beer. So.
Well, I picked it up because of the devil's number on it. I don't know why.
Yeah, the 666 on the bottom.
Yeah, I picked that up. I was like, wow. I mean, it stood out to me, so I was like, I'll give it a shot.
All right, well, pick one, crack it, give us your thoughts, and maybe we'll come back. Maybe we'll come back a bit later on for you to crack the second one if you get through on.
Well, what do you think? Do you think they originally Smack or the Duvel?
I think you should go for the Helena Smack.
Right, let's give it a shot.
And let us know what the hell that thing is, bro. So it's in a can. The can looks like it's from like the late 90s. Or it looks like
cups.
Yeah,
I thought it was a fish. It's a packet of sweets, but it looks like a fish.
The pattern on the can looks like a bus seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know, like how like bus seats have like wacky patterns on them and stuff to hide all the shit
on it.
Yeah.
I get that.
Try and pronounce that word. Try and pronounce that word. The
Orenzada.
Is that what it is? Orenzada.
Well, it's Oran. Oranzada.
Okay. Crack that Orenzada, bro, and let us know what you think.
I will. Oh, that's a very nice opening. It just smells of just load of tropical fruits.
Okay.
It actually tastes good. I don't really know what it tastes like. It tastes like oranges, but mixed with something else.
So it's orange in the Zada. Mixed
Whatever
with
Zada is.
Yeah.
Tastes like orange and grape.
Okay, that's interesting.
But it also has like the original sort of energy drink taste, like a green Monster.
Really?
It tastes like an orange grape green Monster.
Orange grape green Monster. Okay, that doesn't sound bad.
It actually isn't. But it's just not. It's like it doesn't say anything about caffeine. I would really love to know what originally smack means.
Slam it in Google or something, bro.
I'm gonna have to.
Originally smack. Well, you know, here's the question though. Would you buy it again?
Yeah, I think I would.
And how much was it?
Like 60p.
Oh, okay.
Probably so it was good. It was from Tesco. You know, the World Foods aisle. I should have looked where it was from. I don't think it really told me.
I thought you were going to say it was from the trusty corner shop, you know, that sells all sorts of weird shit. Okay, not bad. All right, so give us a quick give us a quick out of 10, and then we'll move on.
Even it was
yeah.
I think if it was absolutely like ice cold, it'd be even nicer. But I'd probably give it like a solid. It smells good. In fact, that kind of smells like cheese. It doesn't smell too good, but it does taste pretty good. It just tastes like a cheap energy drink. What is nice?
Okay, a cheap energy drink. What is nice?
What is that brand? It starts with a C, I think. It does energy drinks.
Oh, are you talking about Carabao?
Yeah. It tastes like the orange one of that, I think.
Okay, yeah, like.
Yeah,
so it's like sort of like a mandarin kind of flavor.
A 7 maybe out of 10.
Decent. Okay, cool. Well, that's pretty good. That's surprising for. I mean, something that looks. I mean, you can't tell what it is by looking at it.
No.
Unidentified red drink, basically.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
All right. Well, that sounds pretty good. All right. Well, I have got something that I've never seen before, and. So as I said earlier, I was a little bit hungover this morning. I had a few Jaipurs last night, which is my favourite beer. I had a few of those, and then Fee had some like fancy flavoured cider, and I I'm not about the flavoured cider. I don't like them at all. But I was like, I'll give it a sip. And basically, if you crack it and you drink it really fast, it's not that bad. So I had about 3 of these ciders last night on top of the beers I had. I woke up with a little bit of a headache. So I thought, I'm going to do a soft drink today. What are we soft drinking? So I went to the trusty Morrison's over the road, and I was looking at the soft drinks and stuff. And then I sort of looked over at the beers, and I saw one that I hadn't seen before, and I thought, okay, that's it. So what I have is something called Crossing the Rubicon West Coast IPA.
That actually sounds really nice. It looks like it tastes like an alcoholic Rio. I don't know why.
That's what came into my mind as well, bro, when I saw it. Me and you love Rio. It's.
I had one today.
Well,
it tasted different though.
Everyone I know says they love Rio. Like it's a great drink,
It is.
But maybe it's just because it's got Rubicon in the name as well.
Yeah.
I automatically thought of like fruit.
It's like a white can too, besides the bottom.
Yeah, so it's a 330ml can. Kebab killer.
Yeah, the kebab destroyer, kebab killer.
Yeah, man. The only thing that's sort of frightening me a little bit about this, and I saw it after I brought it home, is that right in the middle it says that it's a 6.9%.
Oh wow!
And I know a few people listening, especially like my friend Hamby, will be listening. They'll be like, "What the fuck, you pussy? Like that's nothing," because he likes beers that are like 8%.
Yeah, strong though. They're like.
But for me, like a Jaipur, which is said is my favorite beer, is a 5.9. So I would say a 6 is pretty much my limit of like enjoying a beer. So this is 0.9 over, but we will see what it is like. So it's by a company called Drygate Brewing Co. And it says West Coast Scotland meets West Coast USA. It says no turning back now. I guess there isn't. Let's crack it open and see how it is.
Oh, that's a good crack. It's a good drink if it's a good crack of the can. You just know
you got to get a good crack. Yeah.
How does it smell?
It smells good. It smells doesn't smell strong. It just smells like a hoppy IPA, which I'm hoping it is because that's my jam. So let's give it a swig.
It doesn't look like a Rio anymore.
It's strong. It's really strong.
Yeah. For like what 6.9%? Yeah, it probably is strong.
It's not too strong. I can drink it. It has that sort of. I mean, it says that it's citrus, caramel, pine, and resin. But it's definitely got that like. Sometimes these beers, when they get really strong, they develop almost like a licorice-y flavour.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I hate licorice, and this, it has that, like, the sort of beginnings of that licoriciness. So if it was any stronger, I really would not like it. As it stands, I probably dislike it more than I like it. I wouldn't buy it again, but it's not a bad beer. It's
out of
not.
10?
Let me have another swig. I give it a 5. It's nice, but it does have that like warming,
I know
alcoholic heat that you get from like a whiskey or a brandy or something like that. You do have a little bit of that, but it's not too much. It's all right. Crossing the Rubicon West Coast IPA.
So I bet your friend Tomo would love that, wouldn't he? Was it Tomo?
Tomo would puke at the smell of that. Yeah. He would be absolutely hurling. Like, if you could even get him to have a sip of that. My friend Hamby would like that, and he would also really like the Duvel, which you have. Because I know he loves,
So you've tried
Belgian
this before?
blondes. Yeah, I've had it before. What percentage is that?
It's 6.66, I assume.
To be fair, yeah, probably is.
Well, it does say 6.66 then % vol. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's it then. Yeah, it's nice. My thing with those Duvels is they do taste a little strong. But
we'll have to see, won't we?
Yeah. Okay, well, like I said, if you finish your your soft drink. We can come back to you if you then decide you want to crack that beer.
I
If
have
not,
just
you
seen
can
on
save
the side
it.
of the can. It
What?
says red orangeade.
Okay, it's red orangeade then. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what flavor red is, but
Wait. Now it kind of tastes like original Lucasade. It's weird. It keeps changing tastes.
Maybe that's got red flavor because it is sort of red, isn't it?
Whatever color. Whatever
All right.
red is.
Let's leave the what are we drinking segment there and move on to some entertainment news, bro.
What are we drinking?
All right, bit of entertainment news now. And there was a bit, quite a bit's happened the last couple of weeks. Sorry, the last week. But the biggest bit of news, and this is what we're going to come to first. Big news for the music world. It was the MTV VMA Awards 2022 on Sunday. August 28th, just gone. And it was held at the what the hell even is that word? Prudential Center in New Jersey. So what, obviously a lot of stuff happened. So what we've done is we've condensed it down a little bit, and we're just going to sort of fly through some of the biggest winners. And I'm actually going to get help from Jack to do this. Otherwise, it's just me reading a really long list of people. So I'll start, mate. And we'll do, as I said, we'll do a quick rundown of the biggest winners of the evening.
Yeah.
So the biggest award, arguably the biggest award of the evening, which is Video of the Year, which this year was presented by Burger King. I don't know why I've made a note of that. But basically, the award went to Taylor Swift for her song All Too Well, the 10-minute version. I don't know that song.
I've never heard of it myself either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a Taylor Swift fan. Maybe some of her older stuff when it was a bit more country-y. And, well, to be fair, no, I actually do like Bad Blood. I think that's quite a good song.
For God's sake, no, I don't listen to any of her music, to be honest. Any?
No. Fair enough. Okay, so Taylor Swift won like the biggest award of the evening. When I was researching this, obviously there was pictures of her everywhere, but there were a lot of other winners too. So why don't you tell us who won Artist of the Year, bro?
It's making me laugh because what you said about him. I can't remember what you said.
I remember, and I'll tell you afterwards.
Well, so the Artist of the Year was Bad Bunny for the I don't even know how you pronounce it. The Rimas Entertainment. That's just the who published the record, basically. Oh yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
I don't know who he is, don't know what he looks like, and couldn't tell you a single song.
Me neither.
But I remember joking with you about him because I think he popped up on my Spotify once or something, and it was like, this is Bad Bunny or something, and I was like, who the fuck is this? So I sent it to you, and I was like, he's your favorite artist, and even you were like, who the fuck is this? Well, I mean, there's a bit of an age gap between me and you, and we obviously we're into different things, and you're more with the sort of current scene than I am. So I just assumed that you would know everything about this guy, Okay, Song of the Year went to Billie Eilish for a song Happier Than Ever. Billie Eilish is a weird one for me because I kind of like her, but I don't really like her music. I think she's cool, and like her style is cool. How it's kind of really like mumbly, whispery kind of thing. But no, I'm not a big fan of her music. I wasn't even a big fan of the Bond theme that she did, a couple of years ago, whenever that Bond film came out. But fair play to her, Song of the Year. That's a big award.
Yeah. So for the best new artist presented by Extra Gum, I don't know why you put that in there. But anyway,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm putting in the who presented the awards. But
the winner was Dove Cameron. I've never heard of him either, or her. I don't know. It was Dove Cameron.
On Disruptor Records. Like, this must be pretty boring, actually, for people listening to this, because we're just like, this person won it, but we don't know who they are.
I don't know who they are, no.
So, yeah, Dove Cameron. It doesn't even say... Oh, no, it was just Best New Artist, so, okay,
yeah,
cool.
That's probably why he's in New Artist.
Yeah, it makes sense, then. Next award was the Push Performance of the Year, whatever that means. Push Performance of the Year. I'll be honest now, like, I mean, I don't watch MTV. I don't keep up to date really with that sort of thing, with like current pop music like this, because it's not really my sort of thing. But Push Performance of the Year went to 7Thrty with Rock With You. Again, I don't know who that is. 7Thrty.
Nope.
Pretty close to 7Thrty.
Almost.
But their song Rock With You, or the performance of Rock With You, won them the Push Performance of the Year award.
So the best collaboration was, I actually know this, was the Lil Nas X Jack Harlow Industry Baby song, was Columbia Records. So I actually know that song. Surprisingly, the first one on the list. I don't really listen to it myself, but I do see how it would be the best collaboration. Saying about the best collaboration, I'm pretty sure I know the last year's winners. You know who they were?
No.
You know the 24K Golden and Ian Dior song? I think it was their
Mood
song.
or whatever.
Yeah. So now it's Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow.
Well, you're a big fan. You're big pals with Ian Dior, aren't you?
Big pals, yeah.
You guys message all the time on Instagram.
Oh yeah. I forgot
stuff.
about that part. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So if you're an Ian Dior fan like our pal Shelley here, I don't know, just like our thing, I guess. Let's get some new blood, like in DudeWutPodcast.
That's right.
So I know Lil Nas X. I think he's pretty cool, although I don't really like his music other than like Old Town Road or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know who Jack Harlow is.
I don't know how to explain him, to be honest.
Is he like relatively new on the scene?
No, not really. He's done quite a few songs actually. He just released like not a cover, but like he's sampled, Glamorous, the song from GTA, all that sort of stuff.
Fergie.
I don't know the actual
it's
artist or anything, but the song. He just
Glamorous.
Yeah.
Na, na, na.
He
No, that's by
sampled
Fergie.
that and put that in a song. I think that was his most recent. But that's
okay.
going nuts now. Like, it's proper popular. I've heard it. Some people
really?
listen to it. I don't listen to it myself, but yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Lil Nas X, Jack Harlow. Oh, maybe I have to check that out after this. Best Pop award went to Harry Styles for his song or album As It Was. Not a fan of Harry Styles.
Me neither.
Okay, no, let me reword that. I'm a fan of Harry Styles as a person, because I've seen some videos of him live, and he's got great banter with the crowd, Yeah. I saw one video and it was titled like Harry Styles helps fan come out as gay at a concert, right?
I've seen something like that. He's quite interactive with the crowd.
Yeah, he is. He's sort of like. Yeah. He's like, when I raise my hand, you will be gay, kind of thing, and he's sort of like, whoa, like lifting his hand up and down. It's good interaction with the audience. He reminds me of reminds is the wrong word because I wasn't around at the time, but he comes across as sort of like a young, like Mick Jagger type, very much like doing the chicken dancing and just into it kind of thing. But I don't like his music and I do not like his acting. It sort of pisses me off actually a little bit because he's now like a big name actor, but only because he's a pop star, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But fair play to him. He won the award for Best Pop for his song/album As It Was. Yeah.
So yeah, coming for the best hip hop, the winner was Nicki Minaj featuring Lil Baby, Do We Have a Problem? And the producers or sort of release people was Young Money, Cash Money, and Republic Records.
Young Money, Cash Money.
No, I've never heard that song. Well, I probably have heard it, but No, I wouldn't listen to it, but Young Money and Cash Money.
I don't mind Nicki Minaj. I think she's quite cool. I don't. Well, I sort of know who Lil Baby is from the thing. Is that him?
That's DaBaby.
The guy with the finger guns to his head.
That's DaBaby.
DaBaby. Who's Lil Baby then?
Some other guy. I don't know this to. He's hip hop, I guess.
Okay. Well, I've no clue then. Yeah, but do we have a problem? Baby, Young Money, Cash Money.
Wow.
Well, yeah, as you say, they won. It's got to be a song, surely. The best hip hop song. Now, the next award, fantastic news. So, up next was the award for best rock. And it went to the one and only, my favourite band, and, you know, we talk about them constantly on this podcast, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, baby! For their song, Black Summer, which was the first single off their sort of latest album, Unlimited Love. Now, I am so happy to see a band of guys that are in their late 50s, you know, in this list, because everyone in this list is young. You know, it's a young person's thing, and then you've literally got like an old school band like the Chili Peppers winning the Best Rock Award. I knew the Chili Peppers were going to be at the show because I've been following them obviously on Instagram and you know, their Facebook and all that stuff. But it's great that they won that. I think their album was also nominated for Best Album but didn't win that. But yeah, fantastic to see that the Chili Peas won the Best Rock Award.
So the next is the Best Alternative, and the winner is Mainskin, Mainskin, I believe. I Want to Be Your Slave. Arisa Records. I've heard this on TikTok quite a lot, but it's definitely not the sort of music I listen to. I like alternative, like Youngblood. He's decent. Some other artists. I think some sort of some MGK songs might come under alternative, maybe into your songs.
I think so. Yeah.
So some of them I would say I like, but no, maybe not Mainskin. No.
I'm with you there. Like, I really do not like this song. I do not like this band, but I acknowledge that they are like massive. You know,
yeah, they're doing well.
They're like all over the place. I know that they did that cover of "Beggin" by Frankie Valli that came out years ago, kind of thing. I don't like this "Wanna Be Your Slave" thing. I think it's because I really don't like the lead singer's voice.
It's quite raspy. I see how some people might like it, but it's not my type. It's
gravelly. It's raspy. I don't like it. And there's a lot of weird vibes. Like the dude's always got his shirt off, and he's like disgustingly skinny and like nah. But fair play, they won Best Alternative, probably rightly so, to be fair, because as I said, they're massively popular, and even people I know who are not into that sort of music are like, yeah, man, I actually quite like that song.
Yeah.
Next award was the Best Latin Award, and that went to Anita with their song Envolva on Warner Records. Fair play. Can't really make a comment on that. Never heard of the song or the artist, but it won the Best Latin Award.
Next was the Best R&B winner. Goes to The Weeknd, At a Time by EXO and Republic Records. I wouldn't say I'm a Weeknd fan myself either, to be honest, or know the song At a Time.
I like Blinded by the Lights or Blinding Lights or whatever it's called.
It's alright. It's not something I'd listen to like on my own if I played it.
I just like it though because I like it. There's a genre of music I like called synthwave, and basically that Blinding Lights is a synthwave track. Like he's just full on made a synthwave track, and I like it. Like I like it. I like his voice. He's got a good style, but I don't know Out of Time. I don't know this song, so
me neither. I
was kind of counting on you to know it. To be fair, to be like, oh yeah,
no,
it's this one.
I don't really listen to The Weeknd like at all.
Well,
really.
I don't. But his songs are so popular that a lot of the time, they're, for me anyway, that I hear them because they're played everywhere. But then I'm like, oh wait, that's The Weeknd. Like for example, that song that's like "Save Your Tears for Another Day" or something.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I've heard that so many times, and I don't. To be fair, I don't like. It's not a great example because I really don't like that song. But it was only later when someone was like, "Oh, that's The Weeknd," and I was like, "Oh, really? Well, this sounds like balls." So yeah. Okay. The next award, Best K-pop award, went to Lisa with their song La Lisa. Yeah, fair play. K-pop is one of those things that completely goes over my head. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about because I just don't know anything about it at all. But well done for Lisa for winning the Best K-pop award with their track La Lisa.
So, the video for good, I am not sure what that means.
Nor do I. I saw this and I was like, what the hell's the Video for Good award?
Whatever, anyway. The winner of that was, I think it's Lizzo.
Yeah.
I think it's Lizzo, About Damn Time, Atlantic Records. I've heard this song a lot on TikTok. Like whenever I do go on there, every other post is this damn song. So I can say I'm already sick of it.
Same. It's
on the radio
at the moment,
too.
Yeah, at the moment in my household, it's one that Fee sings all the time. So I'm just like walking around the house and Fee's like, "It's about damn time. In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental."
Yeah, it's already ignoring me.
Yeah. So what happened was, as I was compiling this list, I started scrolling and I was like, "Oh god, there's more. There's so many more awards." So I was like, what I'll do then is I'll just round this off by going with the, what I would consider to be the biggest the biggest award of the night, which is the Album of the Year award. And the Album of the Year award went to Harry Styles for his album Harry's House. Fair play. Can't say anything bad about the guy. He's won the big award. Well done, Harry Styles.
Well, he's won 2, hasn't he? Or maybe more, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think he probably won a few more. And as I said, there were more awards, but I just sort of skipped to the end kind of thing. But yeah, Harry's House, Harry Styles, he won it. All right, that's it with the VMAs. Next little bit of news, and this is that the recent HBO House of the Dragon series has been renewed for a second season after one record-breaking premiere episode. Now, the first episode of the Game of Thrones prequel series, which is set 175 or so years before the original show, Game of Thrones, it set a HBO record for the premiere of a new show with nearly 10 million viewers watching. Over the past week, HBO reports that the viewership for the premiere has grown to more than 20 million. Francesca Orsi, who is the executive vice president at HBO Programming, said in a statement that our phenomenal cast and crew undertook a massive challenge and exceeded all expectations, delivering a show that has already established itself as must-see TV. She goes on to say, "We couldn't be more excited to continue bringing to life the epic saga of House Targaryen with a second season." Now, all that comes from CNBC. Have you watched The House of the Dragon? The first episode, at least.
Nope. I have
Did
not.
you watch Game of Thrones?
Nope.
Okay, so it won't mean that much to you then.
No, not really.
But
no, it doesn't.
I am someone who got into Game of Thrones well after it finished. Like, I was never into that to start with. And to be fair, I'm still not a big fan. I thought it was okay. I watched this House of the Dragon the day it came out. Me and Fee, we were buzzing for it. We sat down, we watched it. I'll be honest. Sorry, I'm just about to say that. I'm burping because the Rubicon's coming back. I'll be honest. I thought it was all right. Like, I did not think it was fantastic, nor did I think it was really shit. But I don't understand why it's like people are going like, "Oh my god," and why it's been renewed for a second season after one episode. I don't think it deserves that hype yet, like, we've only had one episode. You can't say that it's great TV after one episode. I don't know. I had a big rant about this to Fee the other day, and I was sort of like, I feel like it's the sort of media are making people say that it was amazing kind of thing because we've waited so long for Game of Thrones something. But fair play. It was obviously, massively viewed, and we're going to be getting a second series, so hopefully it does get better. All right, next bit of news, and this is that the Resident Evil series, which is over on Netflix, has been cancelled after one season. The news is that Netflix has opted not to order a second season of Resident Evil, which is its action horror series loosely based on a popular video game franchise. The news, which comes a month and a half after the series' July 14th release, is not entirely surprising, as the drama did not have a particularly strong showing on Netflix's top 10, and cost versus viewing is the streamer's leading renewal criterion. That information comes from Deadline. Did you try and watch any of this Resident Evil series?
Nope.
Are you a fan of the Resident Evil games or movies?
I've never actually bought one myself. However, I went to a friend's house maybe a few years ago, and I played it there. It did seem pretty fun. I don't know what Resident Evil it was, but it seemed pretty fun, to be honest.
Okay, that's fair. I've never really been into it. I've seen all the movies, the Mila Jovovich movies a load of times, and they're sort of loosely based on this. But again, it's one of these series that I had it pinned, so I had an alert from Netflix when it came out. Me and Fee sat down, we were like, here we go, let's watch some Resident Evil. And it was bollocks, mate. It was so bollocks that we stopped it after about 20 minutes. We just turned it off. We were like, I'm not watching this, So yeah, not surprising at all that it was cancelled. A lot of other podcasts I listen to, they've all said, nah, it's shocking. It's so bad. Don't watch it, So yeah, Resident Evil cancelled after one series. Next bit of news. Now, this is that actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan, probably most well known for his role as Negan in The Walking Dead, and the comedian in the Watchmen's film. The news is that he has joined The Boys Season 4 in a mystery role. It says, Jeffrey Dean Morgan has officially joined the cast of Season 4. Morgan, who is a self-proclaimed fan of the R-rated superhero drama, will reunite with Supernatural creator Eric Kripke, now showrunner on The Boys, in an undisclosed role. Amazon, however, confirmed that the actor will be appearing as a regular recurring guest star. That news comes from Entertainment Weekly. I don't know if you've seen The Boys. I know you don't watch that much TV or anything like that, but The Boys is actually a very good show on Amazon Prime. Funny. It's sort of it's basically what if superheroes, but all the superheroes were dicks. And it's incredibly gory, violent, and just pretty good. So that is good news. Even though I wasn't a fan of The Walking Dead and I thought Negan was a crap character, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a good actor, and I'm sure he's going to be great in The Boys. All right, next bit of news. Now, this is something that I do not care about at all. However, the other day I was going to go and see my friend Tomo, and he was like, yeah, can do, but I'm watching the boxing. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not into boxing really, but who's fighting? And he said, KSI, the YouTuber, is boxing, and he's basically doing 2 fights back to back. And I was sort of like, okay, well, fair enough, let me know how it goes. Anyway, the news is that KSI knocked out Swarms and then knocked out Luis Alvarez Pineda in 2 fights. KSI knocked out Swarms in the second round of their internet celebrity boxing fight today at London's O2 Arena, and then followed it up a few hours later with a third round stoppage of an extremely low-level professional boxer, Luis Alvarez Pineda. It goes on to say that the KSI versus Swarms was, being honest, pretty terrible, but it was nothing compared to the Pineda fight, which saw the pro boxer, in air quotes, now 2-6, fumble around the ring, try to avoid contact, and then repeatedly do the same thing: eat a body shot, wait for a second headshot to come in after, try to duck into it in a way that made it a rabbit punch, and then complain to the referee. Now, all that comes from badlefthook.com, which is a sort of a boxing site. It's, I don't know, it'd be interesting to, as someone who's a bit younger than me, to hear your opinion on this whole thing, because we live in an age now where it's perfectly normal for YouTube celebrities to do like big boxing matches at Vegas and stuff like that, you know. And I said to Tomo, I kind of feel like it's making a bit of a mockery out of the sport, you know, because they're not real boxers. And granted, like, I'm not saying that because I'm a hard man or whatever. KSI could kick the shit out of me, easy. Even this, you know, Luis Alvarez Pineda, whatever, low-level boxer, easily kick the shit out of me, right? But what I'm saying is, it just, you know, it just comes across as a little bit of a joke to me. And I said to Tomo, they should at least have their own league or something, you know. And he was like, oh, they do. They have their own, like, YouTube celebrity league or something. But it sounds like, according to badlefthook.com, that it was a bit of a mockery of the sport. And it was a bit of a joke, to be honest. What do you think, bro?
I don't really know much about it. I've never been, like, a massive fan of KSI. Like, obviously I know him and stuff, I've seen a few of his YouTube videos. But yeah, what I was more impressed about was what I was mentioning to you earlier about his brother Deji. He's some sort of like a YouTuber too. He's not as like anywhere near as popular as his brother KSI.
I have seen his brother appear in some of his videos before. Yeah.
That's more impressive, to be honest, because he did a few like boxing matches before. He did like the pro level sort of boxing. Well, it probably is like extremely low level pro boxing. I'm not really sure, but he lost I think I don't know how many he was, but he lost them. And then he did the pro level thing, and he's like proved everyone wrong, and then won the match. So that's what I was more impressed about. The fact KSI can win 2 fights in one day, that's also quite impressive too.
It is, but do you not think that is a bit like it's making a joke out of boxing? You know what I mean? The fact that he went into a fight, did a fight, and then he went into another fight. Like, what if he'd have been KO'd in that first fight? He wouldn't have been allowed to fight the second fight. So then all those people have just paid to see this guy fight 2 fights, and now losing out because he went down or something, you know?
I think that Pineda fight was like where obviously it says fumble around the ring, try to avoid contact, and repeatedly do the same thing, get your body shot, all that. I think he was just in it for the money at that point, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think because he knows step in that ring, eats a body shot, waits for a headshot, all that sort of stuff after KSI. He'd get paid so much for that. I think.
There's the money. There's also the exposure. Having your name next to KSI, who, you know, like, let's face it, he's a pretty big YouTuber.
Yeah.
You know, known around the world and whatnot. I think it's fair enough that he's winning all these fights. What I'm saying is, I just think that they should do it kind of separately from like main boxing. You know what I mean? They should have they should make a new sport, is what I'm saying, and keep the celebrities to one side and let the actual, you know, real. It sounds like I'm shitting all over KSI and people like that, but, you know, let the actual boxers have their proper sport, you know, and not let it be diluted by like some kid on the internet going, "You're a dick," and someone else going, "No, you're not," and then it ends up being a massive fight at like the London O2 Arena. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
KSI's quite a lot of things, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's a YouTuber, an artist, an apparent boxer. There's a lot of things to be in. It's like a lot of, some people go down one career path. He's gone down 3.
I don't think that's like admirable though, from my opinion, because that's one of the reasons why I don't like Harry Styles that much, because you're famous, right? Fame shouldn't mean that you can automatically jump into an acting role, into a singing role, you know. Like, you need to work at those things. Harry Styles?
Yeah, I didn't even know he did acting.
Mate, he's in he's in the Marvel films. He's in so much stuff.
That's probably why, because I don't watch any films, but
yeah, fair enough.
Probably why.
Well, let me know what you think of YouTubers being in big boxing matches and sometimes going up against like actual full-on boxers. I don't know. It probably sounds like I'm whinging a little bit, but just let me know what you think. I'd like to know. All right, the last bit of news. This is something that I thought was pretty cool. Excuse me one sec. Oh, Rubicon. So, I was going to mention it a few weeks back, about 2 weeks ago, but I totally forgot to do it on the podcast. And then, about 2 days ago, I saw this, and it made me smile. So here's the news. The news is that the band Ghost, which is a band that I love, you know, I've been to see them, following them for years now. Ghost have released a sort of remastered version of their song Mary on a Cross. It's a slowed and reverbed version. They've released that, and this comes after the track recently went viral on TikTok, of all places, bro. The original song, and the next bit of information just says that the original song debuted on the band's 2019 EP 7 Inches of Satanic Panic. Now, what happened is somebody, either the official Stranger Things TikTok account or someone who was just a fan of Stranger Things, made a video, and it was like a compilation of little scenes, but in the background it had this song by Ghost called Mary on a Cross, which is one of my favourite Ghost songs, actually. And, you know, TikTok is big with the younger audiences, so is Stranger Things. It went massive. This video, you know, loads and loads of views, and then you've got new people who are like, what is this song? This is kind of cool. And in the video, I should say, they did slow it down. There's kind of this slow version where his voice is deeper because it's slower. And Ghost are full on cashing in on this, and they've fully released it. So I'm just happy that young people are now being exposed to bands as weird as Ghost. You know, I mean, I've shown you pictures of Ghost. They're the guys who with all the skull
I remember.
Makeup and stuff. You know, like, I just think it's so cool that, like, young people are being exposed to that sort of thing. And that is an instance where I think TikTok is actually good for people, you know, not just like brain dead staring at the same thing for ages. You're shaking your head and lifted your hand right up in the air then, bro. All right, that's all the entertainment news we have for today. We are basically, as I said earlier, this podcast is going to be called something like a chat or a quick chat with Jack Shelton, aka 7Thrty. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while, what we used to do was, it actually started on the Harry's Half Hour little mini series, which I tried last year, which is basically what this podcast has sort of become. You used to be on it all the time, bro. You were like a regular guest. You know, every couple of weeks you were on it, and we'd have a chat about your music, about how it's going. We'd bounce some ideas, songs, all sorts of stuff. And I, unfortunately, I mean, you've been asking me loads, like, can I come on the podcast? And I've always said, oh, mate, I've got something going on or whatever. But I'm glad to have you back on. What we're going to do now is we're just going to have a quick chat about what's going on with you, man. What's going on with 7Thrty? So, what the hell have you been up to, bro? As far as I'm aware, you haven't released anything, because it used to be you'd go, got a song coming out, do you want me to sponsor a couple of episodes? And I'm like, hell yes, bro. Where you been, bro?
Well, I haven't released maybe as much as I used to, but I mean, what's the last song you heard? Do you know?
Memories. Memory?
I've
Memories,
made a few since
like
then.
a melody.
I've made a few since then. I've got, no, it's hard to think of them on the spot.
It's your songs, bro.
I know, it's hard to think, like, I know them, but it's hard to think of them in, like, chronological order. Well, I got my latest song, it's Falling Too Deep. I don't know if you've heard that one.
Falling Too Deep?
Yeah, that was actually on the radio.
Oh, okay. No, I did hear that. And yeah, you, so this is something we'll come back to, but yeah, big congrats about being radio played, man. Fair play.
Thank you very much. So yeah, there was Falling Too Deep. I need to think. You heard of Bad Vibes?
Yeah, so I was going to say, and you know, this is, again, something we were going to come back to, but I, as I said, I just got TikTok for the podcast. I've never, ever used it before. And I was like, well, I know you have it, so first thing I did, you're the only person we follow as a page. I was like, let's see what 7Thrty's up to. And I was surprised to see that there was loads of stuff. You've done loads of videos. But you've done a load of videos where it's you, like, playing, you know, a couple of seconds of a song, and I didn't even know they were out, you know, like, they're songs I haven't heard before kind of thing. So I was like, oh, he is releasing music then.
Yeah.
Because last time I spoke to you, bro, you were like, I'm thinking about packing it in, mate.
I wasn't, was I?
Yeah.
That wasn't my plan, but...
You were like, I'm just getting bored with it, feeling like, sure. You also, and this is a question I was going to ask you, you were being approached by a record label?
Oh, yeah. I'll answer that now, I might as well. Well, I was, and I kind of still am, but, like, the more and more I think about it, it does feel like a job. And as much in the future when I maybe do want it to be that sort of thing, right now it feels like it would just take all my spare time. And I know I have, so obviously Tuesday to Thursday I have off, but like they want me to release like a new song, or at least make a new song like every day, and that's just nuts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like it was like a song a day or a song every other day at least. And I was like, that's just nuts, man.
That's crazy.
Too much. So that's what threw me off.
Well, yeah, like that. How are you supposed to do that? That sounds like an impossible task.
Exactly.
I mean, you probably could release a song a day, but the quality of the songs would go down, surely, because you're trying to push them out, you know?
Yeah, they do all the mixing and mastering, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. It's just obviously I'd have to make the lyrics and stuff. It would just, yeah, it would be too much time to be used, and yeah, that's what threw me off.
Okay, well, fair play. I mean, you obviously were asking me some questions because, give myself a little bit of a plug here, I was in a band. I was on a record label for a few years. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I know how sort of something you love when you're told to do it can quickly become something you hate. You know, which is the case of me, the band, and the record label. By the end of it, we hated it. We came off the label. We loved it. Granted, we weren't playing gigs. We weren't doing shows. We weren't getting paid. But we were having so much more fun just hanging out and doing it for the music, you know. And at that point, we kind of had accepted that we weren't going to be big, you know. Like, it wasn't going anywhere. Let's just enjoy ourselves, you know. But yeah, no, that's fair enough. So you have released new tracks, and some of the ones I've heard sound pretty damn good, bro. Like, as in terms of production quality. Like, what I also did was I went back and I listened to one of your, like, first songs, you know. Compare that to your... I don't know which one, but, like,
was
just
it on my
the early
Spotify,
stuff.
was it, like...
Spotify, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I compared that to the stuff you're making now, and you've come a long way, bro.
The mixing of all my latest songs I'm doing myself now as well. Like, all the production... Obviously, I didn't make the beat, but in my new song, Falling Too Deep, I did actually edit the beat in places. Like, in the chorus, to add, like... I don't know what the word is. To, like, emphasize some of the lyrics, I've, like, muted the beat a bit in the chorus. If you listen to the song, you'd hear it. But, yeah, I thought that was quite, like, an experimental thing to do, because I've heard other artists do it, so... I was like, let's give it a shot. And, yeah, I did that. I use, is it Little Alter Boy, I think? It's a plugin. Have you heard of that?
Oh, no, I haven't, no.
It's, it adds, like, a really low-pitch sort of, like, a stereo effect to your voice. It's still got your main voice playing, but it adds, like, once again, if you listen to the song, you'd hear it on. It's, like, left and right, so stereo. It has, like, a deep voice. So it's kind of like, once again, it emphasizes it, but yeah, it's just experimental things, which I think, let's try it. Yeah.
What's the name of the song where the lyric at the end of the chorus or something, it says, like, left with my heart half open, or left with my heart wide open? Yeah, that was a good one. I do like that one.
Yeah, that was on the radio too, that Swedish radio.
Yeah. I'm struggling to remember them now, but there's some that have got... they've got really good. They've got good beats. You know, I like the beats.
I know exactly what you're thinking about.
What? Which one?
Love Train.
So weirdly enough, Love Train is playing in my head right now, and I'm literally having to go, that's not what I'm talking of, you know. And then in my head it's going, yeah, okay, no.
What other song and I'm
going, of? And I'm going, no, it's not that. It's the Hennessy one. She takes drugs and sips on a Hennessy. Same energy. That is probably the one that I feel is the most, the one that anyone could listen to and get into your music with. It's just easy listening. It's got a good beat. It's got good lyrics. It's just easy, you know?
Yeah.
But no, so talking about these TikToks, I've been seeing that you have been posting more and more, and you've been doing like little duets and things, and recording like, you know, two or three bars of like original lyrics to go with someone else that's doing stuff. I did watch a few of them. It's quite good, bro.
You have to remind me.
Oh, I can't remind you, but on one side of the screen it's like some girl singing something, and the next side of the screen it's you in like a hoodie, like pretending you're pissed or something, singing a lyric.
In a hoodie doing what?
You're pretending you're pissed or something on your computer, and you're,
you're
sort of rapping.
That was water in that beer bowl.
Oh, right, okay.
That was water, but I know what you mean. Yeah, it was like it's sort of not a challenge, but like you could just do like it was like an open verse. So I just tried it just to see. If some people would be like, "Oh, this is a really good genre. You should try making music like this." I'd be like, "Okay, I'll do it." Nothing really came of it. I just fun to do, isn't it?
I think it's good, man. And apart from some of the ones where you have, there's one on there that I definitely think you should delete, which is one where a guy is just saying pretty explicit swears over and over again. I'm not going to go anywhere near it on this thing, but
I don't know what you're on about. Yeah,
I'll show it you afterwards, but I would 100% delete that.
What was the video?
Because it doesn't make you look good. I don't know, but it's you just saying like, I can't believe somebody did this, and it's got one of those like the Binley Mega Chippy voice.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's got that going, but like, dude, I think you should stay away from that, man. Like, that's not. It doesn't come across funny or like anything.
I was so confused. I was like, what have I done? And okay, I remember. Yeah, I probably should delete that, to be honest.
Delete that, but all the rest of them, yeah, man, like there's some good stuff on there.
I bet you were so shocked.
I was like, oh my god, dude, like you're gonna get like full on cancelled, you know. In
just
this day
scrolling down just to hear that.
Yeah, yeah, because it played loud on my phone as well, and I was like, oh, shit.
Where were you? Please say you're in the house.
No, to be fair. No, I was sat in my garden, but it was still on loud volume, you know. But I did make a note of one of your videos, which I didn't know if it was brilliant or if it was fucking ridiculous, bro. And this video is titled something like "Drinking Water to Promote My New Track," and it is a video of you sat there staring at the camera with one of these stupid filters on. And you're literally just sat there, and every now and again you'll take a swig of drink while a song plays.
Yeah,
and that's the video.
That's the promotion. People listen to that. Go, oh, the song's good, bad. Let's check them out. Let's not check them out. Easy as that.
Maybe I'll have to do a drinking water to promote my podcast, or drinking a beer to promote my podcast, and just have myself just like sat there.
Marked as like not child friendly.
I'll just say it's Rubicon, and I'll cover up the cross.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, it's just a can of Rubicon.
Doesn't say like dry brewery or something at the bottom.
But what I did think is your video. So you've got a lot of videos. Like, do you know roughly how many off the top of your head?
Not a clue.
100?
Probably more than that, because I did Rocket League videos as well.
Okay, well you've got a lot of videos, bro. But I looked, and your average is maybe like 130 views per video, something like that.
My highest was a Rocket League video, and I put no effort into it as well, which is the annoying thing. It had like 500k.
Oh, god damn. That's a lot.
So it's nuts. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom... No, I think it's pinned, actually.
Well, I was looking at your things, and I was going, oh, you know, you got a lot of videos, but bro, like, not toot my own horn or anything, but on the DudeWutPodcast videos, I mean, for some reason, like 3 of them are at like 4 views, which is weird, but the rest of them are all up there in the high 500s at the minute.
I told you, man. I told you. You should have done it ages ago.
To be fair, I should have done. But it's weird to see the difference between the places where you upload them. So, for example, one of the ones on our YouTube as a YouTube short is at about 1,600 views, 1,600 views. On TikTok, it's on 4. So it's sort of like, how? Like, what's going on there? Like, yeah. It definitely looks as if some of the videos are getting pushed and some of them are getting pushed back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I did think that the drinking water to promote new track was pretty interesting. So here's a question for you.
What it is.
Yeah, it could be. Here's a question for you. What track out of all of the ones you've released are you the most proud of?
That's a good question. I don't really know. Most proud of in terms of just everything in general, like,
yeah, like how much you like it, how well, so if it's done well, you're proud of it in terms of how it's performed, how much you like it, and just like how maybe people's reactions have been positive towards it. What's the track? If someone had to say, "Oh, you make music," and you go, "Yeah, I'm 7Thrty." If you then had to go on Spotify and type in X song, what song would you get them to type in?
It would probably be Falling Too Deep, because I like posted that on like, no, I put it on Spotify and stuff. I'm just gonna say maybe like the 10th of July maybe, and it was on the radio on the 20th. So that was just nuts. That it was posted for 10 days or something, and it was straight on the radio, that's insane. So that I was proud of instantly. The production with the experimental features and stuff, I was like, wow, I've actually done this well. Like, obviously, I used to like take it to a producer, like a mixer, masterer, and do it because I couldn't do it myself because my mixing was terrible back in the day. But it's definitely improving a lot now, which I'm proud of myself for, I guess. I've just been teaching myself to mix and master, and it's going alright. But I'd probably say Falling Too Deep would probably be my most my proudest song.
Maybe if you can send me a copy of that track, maybe we'll close on a maybe 15-30 seconds of that track or something, so people can get a little bit of a listen as we're fading out. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
So sort of stick around for the end of that. If you don't hear it and you hear just the regular theme, he hasn't sent it me, so not my fault. All right, okay. Well, we should probably leave it there. But last question, where do you see it going, bro? I know we've said this a few times, but I said I've sort of spoke to you before, and you've said like I don't know if I want it to be a big thing or if I just want to keep it fun, or what do you want to do with it, man? Where's it going?
50-50, really. I do really enjoy it. Like sometimes it gets a bit of a hassle, but when you feel like when it's posted and everything is finished, it's a massive relief because you're like, everything's finished. You don't have to worry about countless hours of mixing it and all things going wrong.
Yeah.
So it is a relief when everything's finished, but like a 50-50, I want to keep it. I don't want to be massively popular. Like, I don't want to be. I'm not saying that I will get to this stage, but I don't want to be walking out and getting paparazzi or something. That's not what I want to be.
Yeah.
But if I could get like a few fans, when people like maybe like once in a month, if I go somewhere like, oh wow, it's you, that'd be pretty cool. Like taking pictures of the people, that'd be cool. But I don't want to be nuts. Like, I don't want to walk somewhere and have to worry about getting shot or something. So
yeah, fair enough.
That would be good.
Okay. Do you have anything that you want to say? Anything that you want to promote, or anything like that before we finish?
Well, if you like the short preview of Falling Too Deep, be sure to check it out on basically every streaming service if you want. If you like it, then check it out. I've got obviously the other songs on there, so just check it out. Maybe contact me on everything. I did actually get banned on Instagram the other day for no reason. I'd like to say contact me on Instagram. Well, for no reason. I don't know why. I just went on Instagram and it said like internet error or something. So I like closed the tab and then went back on it and it said you've been banned, and I was like, what? I've done absolutely nothing wrong. And then
you've lost your whole account or whatever?
No, I got it back randomly. It said
okay.
Unless you disagree with it, like, okay, I disagree with it. And then maybe like 2 days later I just randomly had it back.
That's strange. Yeah, weird.
Very strange. I was kind of worried as well because obviously the following I've got, and I recently updated all my my highlights. It did loads of things with like me and my girlfriend and me and my mates, which I don't have saved. So I'd be ashamed if I lost all that, but thankfully I didn't.
Oh shit. Well, that's weird. I usually find that. I mean, I've said this before, but I find that for the podcast, Instagram is just the best place. Like, and this is from me. Like, I don't use Instagram. I don't have a personal Instagram. I don't even really use Facebook. I don't do social media. But for the podcast, in terms of connecting with people and stuff, Instagram's definitely the best. So that would suck if we lost our Instagram, because we're at like maybe, I don't know, 550 followers on Instagram. We're at 6 on Facebook. You know, and that's people
How
I've
much we're on
literally
TikTok
said
now?
like, huh?
How much we're on TikTok now?
Followers?
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, it's going to be like that. The follower to view ratio is nuts.
The thing is with the TikTok though is I don't care. Like my main platform of choice is Instagram. All I'm doing is whenever we upload a YouTube short, I'm just slapping it over on the TikTok as well, just in case there's anyone over there that wants to see it. Basically, I'm not going all in on promoting it or really trying to build it up. It's there if you want to use TikTok, basically.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I think we have come to the end of another episode of DudeWutPodcast. It's been really great having you on, man. I'm really glad I could get you on, that you wanted to do it.
It's been good, yeah. It has been good. It's been going on for a while now, like, what, an hour and 16 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, a little while. We're still in the golden zone. We're still in the sort of listening zone. It's when it gets closer to 2 hours that people tend to turn off. So we'll end it there. Dude, it's been fantastic having you on. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, man.
As I've said, I'm sorry we haven't had you on more. We will have you on more because you're always great to talk to.
Not a problem.
And as 7Thrty, Mr Jack Shelton has said, check him out everywhere. You know, find him on anything, share his stuff around, listen to it because it's good shit. Okay, if you want to get in touch with us, you can send an email, dudewutpodcast@gmail.com. You know, if you have any questions for Jack, send us an email, send them there. I'm sure we'll have him on at some point. We did do a Q&A session sort of before Christmas. Maybe we could do another one of those if you send us some questions. We're also on Instagram at DudeWutPodcast, on Facebook, facebook.com/DudeWutPodcast. If you want to support the show, the best thing you could do to help us is leave us a 5-star review. Go on to any place where you leave the reviews and leave one on there. To be fair, the best place you could is probably Spotify, because Spotify allows you to literally just leave stars. You don't have to write anything. You can just leave 5 stars and leave it there. But the point is, if you leave 5 stars, we'll get more listeners, we'll get pushed in the algorithm, and we'll get spread around more. So please leave us a 5-star review. If you want to be a super fan of the podcast, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/DudeWutPodcast. Alternatively, you can go to... You're shaking your head there, bro. Why is that?
I don't know. It's just funny.
Why? Why is it funny?
I don't know. Leave a 5-star. It sounds like an Uber. Leave 5-star.
It is an Uber, man. Leave me a 5-star review. I've been a good host. I'm trying.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, I was saying, buymeacoffee.com/DudeWutPodcast. Alternatively, go on a link tree, scroll down, click Buy Me a Coffee. On there, you have the option to donate anywhere from £1 to £5. Anything you do donate will get put straight back into the running of the podcast. And
or to buy a Stella. One or two.
Yeah, or full on to just buy me a coffee or a beer. Yeah.
I meant a monster actually, because I've been I'm so used to calling it a Stella now.
Yeah, I did think that. To be fair, I thought I'm not actually that big on Stellas, but yeah, we used to say get the Stellas
Always
in at work,
and my mates,
and
we
somebody would bring monsters. Yeah. And if you want to be a super fan, there is actually a monthly subscription you can do on that Buy Me a Coffee, where you can set it up so it pays £2 a month, and for that, what you get is you basically get a hard line straight to us. You can recommend anything, you can contact us, and you, of course, will be top of the list. And it effectively makes you a producer of the show. So if you want to be a producer of DudeWutPodcast, get over to buymeacoffee.com. Anyone that is a producer will, of course, get shout-outs and stuff like that. That's it. We've come to the end of another episode. There will, of course, be another episode this time next week, and hopefully a live stream on Friday. As I said, we are really trying to push on the sort of YouTube front at the minute, so we're hoping for more shorts, more videos, more streams, just more YouTube stuff in general, so check us out over there. Until next time, everyone, we will see you later. Take it easy, stay safe, bye-bye.
Take it easy, guys.
Hey, Ross, sauce it up.
Falling too deep, your love is out of defeat. You keep depression discreet, cause no, I can't feel a thing. Falling to sleep, I'm drinking 10 hours a week. My life is on a repeat, cause I can stop myself falling. Falling too deep, your love is out of defeat. You keep depression discreet, cause no, I can't feel a thing. Falling to sleep, I'm drinking 10 hours a week. My life is on a repeat, cause I can stop myself falling. I know that you want me to give in. I ain't gonna fall for the way that things have been. I know that you're not afraid, but I can get you off my mind. Now we can start again. Just to be on my own, but I know I can't let you. Falling too deep, your love is out of defeat. You keep depression discreet, cause no, I can't feel a thing. Falling to sleep, I'm drinking 10 hours a week. My life is on a repeat, cause I can stop myself falling. I know that you want me to give in. I ain't gonna fall for the way that things have been. Why it looks so hard to find nowadays.